Stadium just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight's a good one here in the AFC. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Western New York. Dylan Laube on the return. And he's going to take this return out of bounds. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Smith. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I love crossing routes versus zone defense. Those zone defenders are dropping to their spots. And with all of that horizontal action, they often get lost in zone coverage just like that.
From the red zone on first. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Pressure comes. Smith has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Genty scores! Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Strong with the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings in Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Allen taken right to the air. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They kick the running back in motion. They send him left out of the slot. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
They'll run it from the gun. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
Here's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Third down, and they need to get 10. Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Laube with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Smith. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Smith on 1st down. Sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And whatever they were trying to do there is not gonna work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field. But they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
They've got a man in motion. Smith on 3rd and long. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Pressure comes. Oh, he rushed it. It's not hit well. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. So now that we've sorted that flag out, we've arrived at the end of the 1st. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. And again, it's Smith. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And the tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it sets up second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Here's a design run. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. From the gun, Smith. Connecting on the slant. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A questionable snap. He can't connect. It is no good. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. This Holmes, he's got it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Allen looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes a defender. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Dive play straight ahead. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds a seam down the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So the flag not necessary, Brock. He made the catch anyway, and they're going to take that yardage instead. The interference penalty is declined.
Really a testament to his focus throughout that play. It's one thing to catch balls in practice or on air or even 7-on-7, but to do it through violence, through aggression, through interference on the other side, that typically is what separates the good from the great receivers in this league.
1st down throw for Allen. That's going to be complete to Haas. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Second and 3 now. Allen setting up to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
Here's the handoff. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Allen. Throws caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Somebody gotta do it. Come on, put it on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
They give it to him up the middle. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Gets it again. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Zerline on now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Here's Smith. Finds him over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
Pass it downfield, working the left. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas first down. Smith back to throw. He's got a man left. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. They go play action. Here's Smith. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Brock Bowers the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Carlson now to add one more. The XP is up and good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Running back motions right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. It's his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Ty Johnson now to return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Allen. Hits him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Second down now. They need 7. Play action now. Allen. Catch made. Left side by Palmer. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
On first down, Allen has him on the quick hitter. He works it down to the 37. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Blitz coming here, Allen. Right back to Shakir, this is caught. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw now, Allen. Look at the sideline. That's Coleman. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That play good for 7. Well, Pete Carroll's never going to shy away from battling the officials. We both know that. He's got the challenge flag out. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not. And
I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion. Allen on 3rd down. This is brought in by Coleman. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A pickup of 17. And the Bills have a first down. From the red zone now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself, know your worth.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll send him over right. They give here to the motion man. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Zamir White on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another give here to Jency. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Smith on 3rd and short. That finds Bash, complete. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. All set to go now from the 35. Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Smith. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll air it out on third. He's making a bid for it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Offense is set. First and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Pressure comes. Smith. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
One of the biggest adjustments for quarterbacks going from the collegiate level to the NFL is the blitz package. Each and every practice leading up to a game time, you are spending so much time as a QB, as an offensive group, and as that O-line trying to figure out a way to stop these blitzes. At that time, the offense, the O-line, the QB, no one had an answer for that defensive pressure.
Bills going nickel, third down. Third and long for him here. Finds Genty underneath. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a first and goal.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Raiders now trail by just a point in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Tie ball game now as they send this away. Strong with the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
It's your money, yo. I can run it down. I'm all of us. I'm my people now. I'm what I love.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 4th-quarter lead. No doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate. You grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exactly.
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Albee with the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Emotional receiver left. On 1st down, here's Smith. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Going left side, Bowers has it. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. Second down now, 7 to go. Genty from the gun. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He'll throw it. On the right side finds Besh. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. He's going to run for it. It's an option right. And forget the marker, Brock. He's not even making it back to the line. They're turning this over on downs.
Kate, that is all about the eyes of the defense, keyed in on the quarterback. Whether it was going to be a run or a throw, that defense was so locked in, they hold him short of the sticks.
The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one's incomplete in the end zone. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
He's back to throw. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Josh Allen, the touchdown.
We know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy, some to do with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. He just put on a show.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Laube with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He's him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Raiders losing by 14. Shotgun snap to Smith. Finds him over the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left and that clock winding down. Smith in the pistol. Jump off, caught by his back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Smith yet again. That one's incomplete over the middle. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And that brings up 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. It's complete to Bowers outright. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Smith. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
We're in the last half minute of play. Now 2nd and 10. Smith's gonna throw again. This finds Besh. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. He has all day back there. And that puts this offense in a very tough situation now on 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
One final shot here. Chased out to his right. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.